Vancouver today, and Hawaii when I snap my fingers. And just like that, in Hawaii. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's real nice. It is a winter wonderland out there right now, guys. Let's go check it out. This door is really cool. It's got a little passcode on it here. You just lock it like that. No keys needed. Okay, check this out. This is the day before Hawaii. Boom shakalaka. Ooh. This is East Vancouver. The sun is setting right now, and in approximately 12 hours I'll be heading to the airport. Gonna go hit up Honolulu for a bit and then over to Hilo, Hawaii. So I figured I'd make this last little video in Winter Wonderland before I go and bring you guys up to speed, up to date on what's going on in my life, what's happening, where I've been, why haven't I been uploading videos, and what you can expect in the future from me. Well, first things first, I had a funeral yesterday, or a celebration of life actually. It was really dope. I've been to funerals before and they're usually very sad, of course, for everyone involved. Everyone's wearing black and a lot of tears going around. But like, yesterday I went to this celebration of life for my aunt, Auntie Viv. Rest in peace, Auntie Viv. This video's for you. It was still sad, some bits. Like when people were up talking and we were watching like this slideshow of her life. That was really beautiful. I guess it's not necessarily like sad, like, oh, like, woe was us, like she's gone, she left us type of thing. It's more like tears of like beauty, like fascination that, wow, like this is reality, like people actually die, you know? You're gonna be alive forever. And we just have empathy for each other. When someone starts crying, other people start crying. So I guess that's where the tears came from. A little more empathetic tears. Anyway, so yeah, that was cool yesterday, a celebration of life. That was really beautiful. I prefer that over a funeral. So if I die, let this video be evidence that I want a celebration of life as well. I don't want a funeral, I want a celebration of life. Okay, so that was yesterday. I went up and did a talk and cried a little bit in front of like 150 people. Do something every day that scares you, guys. Do something every day that scares you. Actually, what I did, I'll tell you what I did. I'll share this with you. Not many people know this, because only 150 people were there. When I went up there to do my talk, most people like talked about like her life and the memories they had of her and these funny stories they had of her. But when I went up, I didn't want to talk about that sort of stuff in front of 150 people. I'd rather keep that kind of intimate and, you know, talk about those sort of things one-on-one with family or certain friends. So instead I went up there and I got people to do like an activity together. I was like, you're not even gonna remember what I say anyway up here, so let's do something really memorable. So I got people in the audience to hold eye contact with each other. Just hold eye contact with each other. Non-stop eye contact for 1 minute. I set the timer for 60 seconds. And at first everyone's laughing, they weren't sure I was serious. I was like, I'm gonna actually time this, stick my iPhone out, started timing it. And so most people held eye contact with each other, but there was a few people in the audience who just wouldn't. They refused to like look at the person beside them. They'd rather like look straight ahead or like close their eyes or like not look at the person at all. So that was cool, seeing these people hold eye contact, people who didn't even know each other. And then I had them tell each other that they loved each other with their eyes, not with their mouth. So without verbalizing it, tell each other you love each other. So that was really powerful. People could like really feel that in their eyes, that they loved each other. And they just met. They just met at this celebration of life. And then I said, all right, now close your eyes. And who do you see? What person do you see? Is it the person that you just looked at? And it was, of course. So then I was like, yeah, so if you close your eyes and you can imagine that person, you can clearly see them, you can feel them, you can feel their presence, even though you're not physically looking at them with your eyes. They're just in your imagination. Just know that that is the power of imagination. That is the power of memory. You are remembering what you just experienced 10 seconds ago, looking at that person. So if you ever want to bring Auntie Viv back into your life, just close your eyes and imagine her, visualize her, and you can feel her. She'll be there. And afterwards, everyone went out and ate ate little bits of fruit and sandwiches and stuff. I was eating all the melons. They were good melons. And a couple people came up and they're like, dude, that was really cool, holding eye contact. I've never done that before, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, me neither. I've never done that either. You guys were my guinea pigs. But I've had friends do it before and they told me about it and they said what a great experience it was. So I figured, hey, what better time to try this out than at the Celebration of Life. And when I give talks, like I go to these festivals in Denmark and the UK and New York and stuff, these vegan festivals, talk about fruit and lifestyle and, you know, YouTube and things like this. When I'm in front of all these people, I don't want to just give a straight up lecture with like, you know, 10 points. I do give that as well, but I like to get people interacting. So after each point I make, I get these people to interact on that point. I'm like, all right, now brainstorm what I just said, or, you know, discuss this idea, or everybody come up with an exercise of your own. Like, I want people to actually engage in the message. I don't want to talk to people. I'd rather, you know, interact with people in real life. YouTube is a bit different. YouTube is a bit different. So if you ever come to my talks in New York or London or Denmark, just know it'll be an interactive experience for you. What else? These are oh no, these are not Tim Schiff shoes. These are some other Minimalist shoes I got. They're pretty cool. They're Zero shoes, Zero brand shoes. They don't fit me as well. They don't have half sizes. They don't fit me super well, but they're a really nice shoe if you can get a pair. I'll put the link in the description below. You can check them out, the men's and women's versions. But I also got Tim Schiff shoes as well. I'll put a link in the description below for those also, if I can. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
I think the weather's changed a little bit.
You think the weather's changed?
Maybe okay.
Maybe okay.
Maybe.
Maybe okay. This is Vancouver. Have a good day. Alright, so Hawaii tomorrow. I'm gonna be going to Honolulu, and then I'm gonna be going to Hilo a few days after that. And I want to focus on making cool videos, man. I'm probably gonna make less videos like this, or at least less videos like this on my Fruit Living channel for sure. I'll put up videos like this, little TED Walks on my TED Walks channel and my TED Extra channel. But on Fruit Living, you're gonna see a lot less of these types of videos. So if you want these types of videos where I'm just walking, talking, sharing my thoughts and experiences, then subscribe to the TED Walks channel. I'll put the link in the description below if you want more videos like this. And expect on this channel more like these types of videos. Where I'm not facing the camera, where the camera is turned around, I want to discuss what's going on out here. I want to show you things from my point of view, physically, not just intellectually. So that's going to be happening in Hawaii. I'm going to get like a steady cam so I can actually get some still shots. I mean, steady shots. Because right now I get the DSLR, and if you got a DSLR and you want to make nice videos, this handheld one, even you got to do handheld unless you're using a tripod. Tripod shots are pretty boring usually. Handheld shots are a lot more, you can be more creative with handheld shots, but then the handheld shots are all shaky. So built into like iPhones nowadays, there's like built-in stabilizers. So your Samsung Galaxy phone, there's like a built-in stabilizer there. And same with on this G7X. People like film me like swimming or something. People will film me like walk by the pool like this, you know, and they're like, wow, my footage is so steady. I held the camera so well. I've never held it so steady before. Not realizing that this G7X camera has a built-in stabilizer. But DSLRs do not have a built-in stabilizer. So you need like a steady cam holder for that, unless you want to use a tripod. But anyways, so another cool thing, so another thing I want to mention here in this vlog is that, or this walk and talk, is that I'm not as, like, it's been in the negatives. It's been like negative, look at that car, man. Interesting. It's been in the negatives. Obviously it's been snowing. It can only snow when it's freezing or below. I haven't been as cold as I was last time I was in Canada because I've gained weight. I've gained like 20-25 pounds since I was here last winter, and that extra weight has kept me warm. It's amazing. And I remember reading about that, like the Navy SEALs would do tests, and they'd like throw their men into ice cold water and see who could last the longest, and invariably the heaviest guys, the guys who weighed the most, the guys with the most blubber, they would last the longest. And the skinniest guys, the scrawniest, the ones with the least blubber, they'd get out first. They just couldn't handle it. So it definitely helps to have some blubber on, or just some extra meat at least, even if it's muscle. Sure, it keeps you warmer. Yeah, the fruit quality hasn't been amazing, guys. Mostly subsisting off bananas and some dates and a lot of celery and lettuce and some melons, some tomatoes as well. Yeah, a lot of avocados, but they don't taste as good as they tasted in Thailand. They don't taste as good as they tasted in Hawaii, The fruit in Thailand and Hawaii is local. It's grown like literally from this tree. You just grab it, good to go. It's like they pick it off the tree, they take it to the market like a few hours later, and you buy it and you eat it. It's like good to go. But the stuff here in Canada, man, the bananas are probably picked 2 weeks ago in Ecuador. The tomatoes are probably picked 3 weeks ago in California. The orange is picked 3 weeks ago in California. Like, the stuff here is imported, it's been gassed to ripen. It's definitely not top quality. So I think in the future, whenever I want to come back for the winter, I need to consider how to get better fruit. I used to run a fruit distribution little warehouse thing out of my garage, little wholesale place, and I would get access to top quality fruit all the time, and I could get it at the best price. I was paying, I was buying it at the same price, Safeway and Save On Foods and Whole Foods was paying for it. I was getting it at warehouse price. That's what happens when you buy bulk. And so I could afford to eat really high quality fruit. But now that I'm back, I'm going to the grocery store, I'm like, wow, I'm actually experiencing what it's like to be like a normal person who's trying this diet for the first time. Walking in there like, hey, what do we got? We got some unripe bananas, some pears, some oranges, some dates, some unripe tomatoes, some spinach, some iceberg lettuce. What am I supposed to eat? Look at this tumbler house. Nice little tumbler house, man. I'm seeing a lot of tumbler houses these days. Really nice. But yeah, so another thing I'm consuming a lot of is hot water and tea. That definitely helps keep the body temperature up. Whenever you see someone walk by, just know that they saw on the back of this camera a vegan sticker. What does the sticker say? It says, love animals, don't eat them. Vegan for the animals, for the planet, for you. So they see the word vegan big on there. So that's cool. I think there's another tumbler house coming up at the end of the street. Alright, so where am I going to be living in Hawaii? I'm going to be living at the same place I was living last time. Except a couple of people who were my roommates, they're not going to be there this time. So it'll just be me and another roommate. That'll be fun. Yeah, I want to show you this tumbler house, man. There's one more tumbler house at the end of the street. There's tumbler houses all over the place. Look at that one as well. Freaking beautiful, man. Oh, one thing I've been doing lately, check this out. This is really cool. This is really dope, man. You guys gotta try this. Let me know what you think. Try this video, and then, try this little tip here, and then post to my Instagram. Check out my Instagram and post if you're gonna do it or not, if you want to do it. But I got in my pocket. What's in my pocket? Let's do a video call. What's in my pocket? Some money and some cards and stuff. Gosh dang. Alright, so I have this card here, or not this card, this little piece of paper, and on it I've written 30 things that I want. 30 things that I want in my life. 30 things I'm going to put into a mind movie. Last time I made a mind movie was like 4 years ago or something, and now I either have had or have experienced everything on that mind movie, or I no longer want it. So I've either experienced what I wanted on that mind movie, or I now no longer even want to experience that anymore. Which is interesting. Like, we say we want certain things, but then after a couple of years of not having it, look back and we're like, you know, I actually don't want that anymore. So on this list I have 30 things that is up to date. I wrote this list a couple days ago, maybe 4 days ago. And every night before bed, and first thing I do in the morning is just go over this list, read through this list and just visualize this list, feel it out, feel really good about what's on this list. And now over the past few days, it's been crazy. The conversations I've been having with people have been like all revolving around these sorts of things. Like, for example, I'll say how I want to film a documentary. You know, I've been focusing on making a documentary. I'm going to bed visualizing documentary making. And then like the next day I'll meet people in like the film industry and they'll be like, yeah, you want to like team up this summer, maybe do something, shoot a little short documentary. And I'll be like, oh, frick yeah, man, it's amazing. I also have on this list, like, I just want to involve myself more with meditation and have a stronger relationship with my higher self. Universal intelligence. I want to have a strong relationship with G-O-D, or however you want to spell it, N-A-T-U-R-E. I just want to, you know, cultivate that relationship a little bit more. And then yesterday after the celebration of life, we all went for dinner and I'm sitting around all these monks, these people who just meditate for years, and they talk about like the same sort of stuff I talk about meditation, but I'm hearing about it from another person. It's awesome. And like I talk about how like I want a Tesla. I really want a Tesla car. And then yesterday I see this guy driving a Tesla and I wave him down. I'm like, yo, because I see it's one of the guys from the celebration of life. He's like, hey, what's up, man? I'm like, can I come with you in the car and go to dinner with you? He's like, yeah, man, hop in. So we get in this Tesla and fuck, it's so sick, man. If you've never driven in a Tesla before, you gotta drive a Tesla, man. The acceleration is silent. You know, in a regular car you speed up, it's like, there's definitely a sound change when you increase speed, when you accelerate. With a Tesla, it's silent. It's just like, just go faster and you don't even know it, you don't even hear it. It's dope. And now every day, like, I look around, I'm like, oh, is that Tesla? I'm like trying to like see them everywhere. It's not actually one right there, but it's a wannabe. It's a wannabe Tesla. What is that? Honda Accord. Alright guys, well my hands are absolutely numb right now. Oh yeah, so let me just finish off on that little note right there. Just get clear on what you want, think about it last thing before you go to sleep and the first thing when you wake up. And see how it starts to weave itself into your day, into your reality. Fun stuff, guys. Get clear on what you want. Most people don't know what they want. They go around life just following everyone else. Playing follow the follower. It's okay to follow the leader, but most people follow the follower. And make sure the leader is leading you to where you want to go as well. Make sure they got the results that you want. Alright. Oh, these hands are numb, baby. Normally I have gloves on. No gloves right now. Okay. Peace out. Vancouver today, and Hawaii when I snap my fingers. Let's get some coconut meat here, shall we? Just open up a few coconuts. Check them out, man. Yeah, so when you open coconuts, if you want to get the meat out really easily, use one of these little spatulas, like Vitamix Blendtec spatulas. You just go along the outside there. This is one I already did, obviously. But like, for example, there. Just slide it in there. Can't really do it with one hand, but it works well. Look at that. Really appreciate this. In Hawaii, barefoot, coconut meat, clean air, smells good. All right, peace.